morning. I'm going to be doing a canvas today, and I'm going to be using 3 stencils from Imagination Crafts with their texture paste, their structure paste. I'm going to be using this one. I'm not sure if you can see it. Can you see? Okay. Let me get a piece of card. So I'm going to be using that one. And I'm going to be using the feather on this one. And I've got this nice new stencil, but I'm not using the whole of the perfume bottle. I'm just using this part, the base, so to create like an ink pot, so that my feather can stand in it, and that. So, but what I want to do, I'm not going to stencil the perfume bottle and the feather onto a canvas. I'm going to stencil them onto a piece of card, cut them out, then put them, create the background of my canvas, and then pop these on. So really nice 3D effect of it. So that's my plan. So I'm going to turn you to overhead and we'll make a start. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my structure paste, do my feather and my perfume bottle, and then I'm going to put them to one side and leave them. Go and have a cup of coffee, and then by the time I've had my cup of coffee, they will be dry and I can get stuck into the canvas. So I'm using, as I say, Imagination Crafts structure paste, which is the best. So I'm just going to I'm not too bothered if it's gone over onto the words, because obviously I'm cutting this out, but just want to make sure I've got a nice good layer of the structure paste down. So there we are, that's that done. So I'm just going to pop that there because I'm going to go and give it a wash straight away as soon as I've done the bottle. So I'm going to just pop that there out the way, and I'm going to bring in this. But first, what I want to do, I'm going to put this. There we go. So that's the feather done. So I'm going to leave that to one side, and I'm going to introduce and I never throw this away, because I can use this in my card making for matting and layering, because it's quite a good weight to it. Yeah, so I like to keep that, and because it's got a sheen to it, I can use it with my sparkle medium as well. So I always like to keep these. So that's a tip, a little tip for you. Okay, so my bottle. So obviously I don't want that bit. I don't want all the flourishes, but I want the base. So I'm just going to see if I've got some of this, just to put there. I'm going to make a start. Whoops, don't know what that is. when you are putting your structure paste back in, try not to leave it round the outside. What I like to do is try and get it, you know, there's a lip inside. If you can get it inside there, that's better, because it only dries hard. And the last thing you want is not to be able to get the lid open. And I always kind of just make sure the lid's clean before putting the lid back on. So that's that done. And let's just see, there we go. And I will cut once that's dry, because the Starlight paint is so rich, and it covers MDF with just one coat. I know that when I come to paint my bottle, which I'm going to use as an ink pot, and I paint my feather, even though it's, you know, kind of, obviously I can't cut the, you know, you're going to see the cardboard, it doesn't matter, because the Starlights will cover it brilliantly. So I just need to decide on the colours. I've not got that far yet. So even where it's just bled a bit here, it doesn't matter, because I can cut round it. But it you know, kind of, it all adds to it. I really like this perfume bottle. As soon as I saw it, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it, and I just had to buy it. And it even got a little pendant with the initial L. Well, come on, Linda, L for Linda. So that's another reason I got it. Anyway, I'm going to go and have a cup of coffee, put my teeth back in, and I'll catch you in 2 minutes. Okay, so I've got a 10 by 12 canvas, and I've actually cut out the bottle, and which, you know, the perfume bottle, which is, I've now kind of done it so it's like an ink pot. And I've got to cut the feather out as well. So I'm just going to pop them to one side, because I want to add gesso to my canvas. But what I'm going to use is, I'm going to use my gesso, white gesso from Imagination Crafts, but I'm also going to be adding a little bit of the white gold, and I'm also going to be adding a little bit of the misty green, just to give a different shade to the white, because I don't want it plain white. So they're going to go on the background. Then I've got this stencil here, and I can't remember what this is called now. Oh, can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I'm going to add some of this around the canvas, and I'm going to add some text as well. So, and I'm going with purples. The Dark Orchid Starlight I'm going to use to paint my bottle, so that's for that one. And the feather, I'm going to use a combination of the heather and the lavender on the feather. And I've got the Shabby Chic Relief in lavender, and I'm going to use that to add some texture with this. I'm also going to be using my weight stencil, if I can find it. I've washed it, so I need to, you know, the one that's got the feather on. I think I've washed it. Hold on, I've got another one here. It's always handy to have two, isn't it? So I'm going to use some of the script on here as well. So we'll make a start and get the background started, so I'll just move them over to one side. So I'll go, and I've got my mat here because I'm going to kind of put some there it is. I'm going to put some of that on there. And then I'm going to add some of the gold. This is the white gold. I'm just going to add some there. And I'll add some misty green. I love this green. I really like greens. I mean, there's so many different shades. I mean, there is with every colour, isn't there, really? But I'm really into green. Right, okay, so I'm going to lightly spritz my canvas with water. And then I'm just going to, I'm using my stipple brush to blend some of the green, and this is the gold that I'm adding. It's just subtle. And then I'll go in with my I'll introduce some of the green as well. So it's just subtle, really subtle. I mean, the camera doesn't show it justice, really. But I'm still using the gesso, and by using the gesso it kind of tones down the sparkle from the sparkle medium, from the Starlight, I beg your pardon, but it's still there. You know, still got that sheen to it. I'm just blending it in. Just blending it in with the green, with the gold. Really like it. Some more of the gold. I don't want it dark. So I've done that. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. Let me just show you. If I tilt it, you can see the green here and the gold, so I blended it in really shots. So I will now, never mind, I'm not wiping that up because I'm going to pop that back in the pot. Waste not, want not. Okay, so I'm going to give this a quick blast with the heat gun. And I'm going to add some of, it's like almost like damask, isn't it? And I'm using the Shabby Chic relief paste, and I'm just some down here as well. There we go. So I'll just pop that to one side. Just going to clear this up, put everything back in the pot. There we go. That look cool. Cool. There we go. Right, okay. So I'm going to pop that to one side and let it just dry for a bit. I'm going to bring these in and I'm going to paint these. So I've got this. I'm just going to pop, and this is the Dark Orchid Starlight. And I've got a so that's the pot, and I'll put that back in there. There we go. So that's that done. Bring that in, and we'll have, I'm going to colour this in two different pinks, purples. So I've got the lavender and I've got heather. A little bit of the heather. There we go. That's the feather. Really pleased with them. So I'm just going to pop them to one side and let them dry. Right, okay, so I need to just dry this off because I want to bring in some words. I want to bring in some script and that. And that, yeah, I want to bring in some script, and I think I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I don't know whether to use wax, but anyway, whatever. I'm going to heat this up. Okay, so I am going to now add some script to here. And I'm going to use the dark orchid. I was going to use black, but I've changed my mind because I don't want black on this at all. So I'm going to just put some on here. I'm going to use my stipple brush. Back on there. So all I've got to do is place these on here. I'm going to do that like that. Can you see the concept? I might add some more. I'm not sure whether I need any more, but I doubt it. I don't know whether to add a couple of feathers in the background, you know. Not sure. Hold on. If I put that there and that there like that, I wonder if I've got any more different feathers. Let's see. I know that it needs something else. I just can't think what else it needs. And I don't think I've got any more. I know what I think I might add. I might add a bit of crackle. Because I just feel it's a bit too plain up here. So I think I might add a bit of crackle with this fern, which looks like a leaf actually. And do you know what I might do? I might do it in the green. I think I will. I think I'll do it in the green. Sorry, I'm going kind of off piste, but I've just had a thought. It just feels a bit too plain in the middle, and I'm just going to add a bit of crackle, I think. Not going to be perfect, I don't want it perfect, but I just thought, you know, just to bring in some more texture, or another layer, so to speak. Just to give a bit of interest in the not doing too bad. Okay, so what I'm going to use, I'm going to be using Pinflair, which is an odorless silicone, an odorless glue gel, and I'm just going to put quite a bit on, because obviously I don't want it to move. And then I'm just going to put it down like that, and then I've got some in a syringe, but I just need to clear the nozzle. I'll clear the nozzle with a pin. Oh, seems to be. Oh, good. Right, okay. There we go. Now I just need to place that. Whoops. There we go. There we go. And all that's left for me to do now is to actually put some alchemy wax in gold. What I'm going to do, take some out and put it on my glass mat, and I'm just going to pick it up and just go around the edges. So while I do this, I'm going to play some music and fast forward. Okay, so what I want to do now, I'm just going to sign it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed working with Imagination Craft products. If you've not tried them, I do recommend them. I quite like how this is all bubbled and textured, and just gives it a really nice texture and layer to it. And I've actually gone over the lavender and just toned it down by using the alchemy wax, and I've signed it as well for this year. So this will more than likely be one of my random act of kindness canvases for this year, so you never know. If you leave a comment and are one of my regular subscribers, could be in with a chance of winning this one. Until next time everybody, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.